Welcome to USTC360. I'm Ginger Chang. Today we go back to Haiti to see the progress of Tzu Chi's Moringa Tree planting project. After the 2010 earthquake leveled Haiti and affected almost 3.5 million people, it was Tzu Chi's belief that providing assistance was not only to help those in need, but that the aid would be inexpensive, sustainable, and immediately effective. Thus, after extensive research, our volunteers discovered the best tool was to cultivate the Moringa Tree nurseries. Through the Moringa Project, Tzu Chi believes it can resolve 3 key national issues: poverty, malnutrition, and deforestation. Now, a year later, our volunteers were very happy to see that not only Tzu Chi's Moringa nurseries have grown more in abundance, but more people wanted to grow Moringa as well. We now take you to Tzu Chi's Moringa Great Love Farm in Sealbird and Cité Soleil in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
As a matter of fact, in the 3 years after the Haiti earthquake, we saw many problems in Haiti. The 3 main problems are: first, deforestation. Only 2% of the forest is still remaining. Secondly, most people suffer from malnutrition because they couldn't afford enough food. Lastly, poverty is widespread. So we hope to use a very sustainable and eco-friendly agriculture method. Tzu Chi started Moringa tree planting officially in September of 2010 near the Hibbert Moringa Farm near Port-au-Prince. We were able to start a mid-sized Moringa powder manufacturing factory.
I planted this tree about half a year ago in last September. Now it's March. It's been almost 6 months and it's very tall now. Just in over half a month, it's grown to be taller than I am.
If you cut this and eat it, it tastes like asparagus.
Asparagus 差不多。那这个大的就等它干了。
When this is dried, you can take the seeds inside. This Great Love Farm has been established for more than a year. Now we are starting small-scale production of moringa leaves. We also finished work on the studio. Now they will start the drying process on the harvested moringa leaves. When they are dry, they will be ground into a powder. We hope the next time we visit, they can tell us how much their harvest weighs and how much powder they can make out of those. Then it will be more professional. The Moringa Tree Project in Haiti is supported by many international NGOs. The ICDF in Haiti heard about the fast-growing moringa tree and how it can provide sufficient nutrients for Haitians. So they bought 3,000 baby moringa trees from Tzu Chi's Great Love Farm 11 months ago. That was the first revenue earned by Great Love Farm.
这棵树是去年的4月种的，所以大概是11个。
This one was planted last April, so it's about 11 months old. Now it's grown 3 times my height, so it's nearly 6 meters high.
超过将近6公尺这么高。所以您可以想象。
You can imagine how, in a year, the moringa tree can grow to be this tall, and most of them have bloomed and produced fruits. We talked to local farmers, thanks to Brother Jia Zim, who arranged an introductory workshop to them. We had more than 150 farmers who were very interested to learn about the moringa. We told them the benefits and farming methods of planting moringa. We taught them how to harvest it and how to make moringa leaves into powder and moringa oil. They were very interested.
所以他们都非常有兴趣。
It's very easy to grow, doesn't require much water.
所以我们也希望说，
So we hope that through ICDF's help, we can guide them in planting some moringa trees.
树哈，我们也在
We are also here in Port-au-Prince downtown. It used to be the most notorious area of this city, called Sakala. It is one of the most impoverished areas.
贫穷的一个区。
Sakala is about all kind of alternatives. We look for different ways to promote alternatives that we believe can make difference into this community, Cité Soleil, but also for all Haiti.
They are also very interested in moringa trees, so we are counseling them on starting another Moringa Great Love Farm.
That's why we now one of the largest moringa producer. This bottle is about half a pound of moringa, which is produced here in Haiti by local farmers, and it's already being sold. So my life now is about like moringa because it helps me a lot, and I feel that it's kind of like healing all at once, but it's a process. And I will really encourage more and more people to use it as I'm using it. I've seen in our little farm and garden how quick the tree has grown, and from this we sit down with the Tzu Chi Foundation that was very happy to support us and started like our first extensive farm and have some local like farmers, mostly ladies who were from the countryside and who came in the city to come and walk in the farm and the Moringa farm with the kids so they can teach the kids like something new.
Vilita Calix. Mwen sek piti. Mwen avec 4 petites. Mwen fè 5.
Ki so bal fè avèk e fè?
Bal fè sou.
Ok. Ou bay ti moun yo?
Oui.
Ok.
这些妇
These women can take the fresh, nutritious leaves home for vegetables in their daily cooking.
日常的蔬菜，
They also promote the leaves in their communities.
摘下来的叶子呢，到社区里面去推广。
These 3 beautiful ladies are volunteers in the Moringa Farm. They were the first who were trained by the Tzu Chi Volunteers. So we have a deal with them that they can use the leaves here and distribute to the community.
所以对社区还有对海地的将来，我想都会有很大的影响。
Chemical. No chemical.
No chemical.
Only
All
the
natural.
trash,
Okay.
natural.
Organic.
Yeah, organic.
This is organic.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi. Thank you. Merci.
This time, we are hosting the Spring Blessing Ceremony in Port-au-Prince and Cap-Haïtien.
慈济，慈济。One more time. And thank you for coming to our Spring Blessing Ceremony.
那我们今天
This year, we have made gift bags that are unique
结缘袋，那这个结缘袋里面呢，我们装了
in that they contain 2 moringa tea bags made from locally farmed moringa
海
trees.
地生产的辣木粉，所制作的。
Donc, ici, là, nous pouvons faire propre moringa par nous grandir.
那我们也希望
We hope that everyone can plant their own moringa tree, so we also gave them 4 moringa tree seeds. These seeds can grow into a tall tree in maybe a year. Then every family can be helped by moringa leaves. They are nutritious and beneficial to the environment. Maybe someday they can use moringa powder or other products to get additional revenue too.
产品能够帮助他一些经济上有收入。所以当我们讲解
When we have clearly explained everything to them, we asked them, will you actually plant these seeds? Most of them raised their hands and said, yes, we are planting them right after this.
The Tree for Life journal notes that having the Moringa tree is like growing multivitamins at your doorstep. Repopulating Haiti with more greenery is very critical to the country's recovery, since studies have clearly identified deforestation as one of the root causes of poverty. Even before the January 2010 earthquake, the UN reports that due to long history of unsustainable land use, deforestation has left the nation with less than 2% of Haiti covered with forest. However, seeing that reforesting can raise the country's standard of living, the Martelly administration plans to double forest cover by 2016 by planting 50 million trees a year. More forests can also be natural barriers for Haiti from natural disasters such as hurricanes. During this trip, Tzu Chi Volunteers learned that one of the worst hit areas from Hurricane Sandy was Cap-Haïtien. So we now go there and see how the road to recovery has been for the community there.
His name is Mark Henry. He is pretty young. This time that we are in Cap-Haïtien, he invited us to stay at his place.
The development in Haiti's coastal areas is challenging, so he let us use his living room as our temporary office.
I meet the idea from Brother Leslie during in my visit at Port-au-Prince. We say it's a good initiative. It's so very important to promote it in Cap-Haïtiens.
So that's why I decided to join them so we can work together and to make this world a better place to live.
The specialty of this area is that we have a lot of men. They are young and most of them have a professional background. So we hope that the volunteer movement here in Cap-Haïtien will get better and better.
I finished to put a group of young people together to start the Tzu Chi in Cap-Haïtiens.
Last year, Hurricane Sandy inflicted huge damages on Haiti, and in northern Haiti, Cap-Haïtien is the second largest city.
We
can say, unfortunately, this natural disaster happened. The most needed area affected by the hurricane was the Petitance area. This is a poor area.
Tzu Chi's documentation team allows us to know the local situations through their photographic journal.
Bring a camera and go to encourage the people to leave the risky area.
We went to another street where we saw two little kids. They died on the floor. So, man, that was touching hard to see two little kids die on the floor just because they're drowning. And their family was crying, you know, they didn't know what to do. That can touch our heart very much.
And Brother Patrick see it is the opportunity to come in to help the victim at Petitance.
So we decided to do a distribution for 250 families. We gave each household 20 kilograms of rice, some noodles, and cooking oil.
And then we start the distribution. We provide them food with love and respect.
I was so proud to be there because this is my first time working with the foundation, and everything happened so well.
It's the first good impressions we do in the Petitance community.
They say that this is the first time in their life they receive a gift from a foreigner with love and respect.
We then started long-term care for this community.
At the time, I mobilized the 52 active volunteers to take part in the home visit.
Like, we saw an old woman. He has a leg problem. He could not walk. and he lived in a little house. The condition was very, very, very bad, so that touched me a lot. And I was saying, man, we gotta find a solution. We gotta find a way to help those people. They were really, really, really in need.
We could see how dedicated they are. The families here in Cap-Haïtien are very impoverished. We do our best to help them.
We visited a school nearby. The school couldn't afford the salary for their staff and lost their principal too. So the person in charge of the school hired his own son, who was 22 years old. He didn't even graduate college. We could tell that to improve the level of education here in Haiti, we have a lot of work to do.
去让教育水准提升，其实还有很大进步的空间。
This is the Spring Blessing Ceremony. This ceremony, it's a very, very successful ceremony. More than 250 people took part to express his own gratitude to Tzu Chi.
They decided to come just because they see how we used to do things. And so they say, oh man, I gotta be there because it's Tzu Chi Foundation, so I gotta be there.
We are from Tzu Chi. Nous-mêmes c'est Tzu Chi. Nous-mêmes c'est Tzu Chi. Tzu Chi.
In Chinese culture, we will celebrate the coming of spring, because spring also symbolizes hope.
And when they live in, they learn a lot about how to be polite, the love and sharing, honesty, sincerity, integrity. So you can imagine, you can feel that they was like sitting down and feel the spirit. So they decide to stay with us.
Parce que si je dis à mission sous pied, c'est grâce à 30 femmes. Et 30 femmes ça, yo gen bon pensée dans tête yo gen bon parole dans bouche et y a refait bon bagay.
Parce que malgré nous-mêmes, nous ne nécessitons pas nous et comme ça pour nous capables de trouver des gens qui plus mal passé nous. Est-ce que pas des gens comme ça la matin qui va décider de mettre ensemble, nous-mêmes d'abord ici dans le cap pour nous former un groupe comme ça pour nous capables d'aider notre pays et de former un groupe. Parce que si nous avons même un problème là, il faut que nous-mêmes nous camper pour nous capables de retourner.
So this is a special gift from Master Chen Yan.
We introduced them to our bamboo bank to show them how Tzu Chi started in the difficult days back then.
And we organized a spontaneous bamboo bank to see how is their generosity to contribute in this ceremony for the first bamboo bank.
441 gold 50 cents. $10.
I hope one day everybody can join together and live with love, poised to help others, and I'm sure that by those things, this world can be a better place to live.
Now the community know all of the volunteers, know the Tzu Chi's volunteers, and would like to work and work together with the Tzu Chi's missions.
It is my honor to present this great uniform to my family.
Je suis assez honneur pour lui pour capable bailler pour uniforme ça monsieur Martin.
He worked very hard.
À présenter ça à monsieur Martin.
I'm so very happy to receive a new t-shirt from Tzu Chi's. I'm going to work to help more volunteers, more members to join this movement.
We are hoping in the future, maybe we will start something like the Tzu Chi USA and spread Tzu Chi's spirit far and wide.
This is a volunteer team with great potential. We even joked that in a few years, you will do even better than Port-au-Prince's volunteers. This is a competition for good.
In the next segment, we turn our attention back to Port-au-Prince. 2 weeks earlier, we brought you the grand opening of College Marianne and Christ the King Secretarial School, which has become the beacon of hope for Haiti. Prior to Tzu Chi reconstructing the schools, the Haitian Ministry of Education estimates that the January 2010 earthquake had affected 23% of all schools in Haiti. Almost 4,000 of them were closed after the quake, and College Marianne and Christ the King Secretarial School were among them as well. College Marianne and Christ the King Secretarial School are the first structures erected after the earthquake. This is not only a milestone in Haiti's post-quake road to recovery, but for Tzu Chi's humanitarian efforts in Haiti as well. It is also during the monumental celebration where we discovered another rare wonder. During the construction period of College Marianne in December 2012, Mr. Young, the project manager, felt that something was still missing at the school. He found his answer when he returned to Taiwan, the seed of a lotus flower. He built a pond on the school campus as a home for the lotus flowers.
Students will be very happy to see this pond. This pond is like an environmentally friendly pond. We can watch it when there are some lotuses. If we put some fish over there, students would love to see it too.
Then after 16 months, the day right before the grand opening of College Marianne, a miracle happened.
I just got off the bus and Mr. Yang came by and told me, "Hey, don't lotus flowers take 2 years to bloom? But how come it blossomed today? It's unbelievable."
Lotuses are a special flower that can grow from dirt without any soil. It means even though the environment is bad, lotuses can still grow beautifully. If students can understand the meaning of growing lotuses more in depth, then they can learn more about life.
Throughout the program, we've seen the progress of Tzu Chi Volunteers work with local Haitian volunteers to help Haiti stand on its own again. The dream of this goal to becoming a reality seems far away, but with everyone's combined efforts, we are moving towards it. I hope you enjoyed our show today. I'm Ginger Chang, and I'll see you soon.